1971 Nissan Datsun Skyline. This is the grandfather, the predecessor to your iconic Godzilla Skyline, starting with your R32 all the way to the brand new GTR. And just like any detailing product, it's a cornerstone to have in your arsenal. This is a rare, unique car, so for any collector or any museum, it's a beautiful piece to have. And it's a very pristine version, it's a very clean model, and we want to enhance that shine as well as protect it, because before it goes back, we want to make sure that it looks its best. So in today's video, we're going to be going over just a mini version of the entire flowchart, starting from the wash and ending with a quick detail spray. Now, if you look behind me, you see that we have just a room full of Japanese cars today. We have the Mazda Miata that we've seen in a lot of videos. It sits up there on the rack. A lot of people think it's an RX-7, but it's a highly modified Mazda Miata. It's got airbags, it's got a full body kit on there, custom wheels, and it's just a very unique, kind of odd looking car. And then underneath it, you see we have the Honda S2000. That's the S2000 that Jen bought. We polished it, taught her how to drive manual transmission in it. And we got a few more plans for that car, but for now, it's just gonna sit back there, keep it its best, just hiding underneath the rack. And then on the other side, we have the Toyota FJ40. Now that's a project we've had for a few years, and we're jumping back on that. We're gonna be having some videos coming up in the near future going over how to properly polish out wet sanding marks and also to give it a nice shine, because it's been sitting for a little while, it's been neglected, but now it's time to show it some love. But for today, let's focus on this beautiful Nissan Skyline. With any detail, you're going to want to start with a wash. Now that's obvious because that's going to remove the heavier, loose dirt and debris, any kind of contamination that's on the surface, because say you jump into adding a wax or polishing or anything like that, you're going to actually harm the paint, or if you're putting on a coating, you're going to lock that crap in there. So by starting off with a wash, this is going to help you, one, inspect the paint. It's going to show you where exactly the shine is, or what needs to be done, or what processes you're going to actually complete with your detailing flowchart. Now following that, we're going to be using a light clay bar, because this car does sit inside, but it still has a little bit of contamination. So a clay bar, what that is a very sticky substance, and as you pass it along the surface of the vehicle, it pulls all of the impurities and contamination out of the pores of the paint, giving it a really slick finish, and also it really enhances the shine, because now you can either polish it to remove the scratches and swirls, or add your coatings or glaze, sealants, and waxes to enhance the shine, give it some more depth, and on a vehicle like this where it has metallic flake, it's going to really magnify that glow. So after a clay bar treatment, this is the time to inspect the paint. And what you're looking for is scratches, swirls, or any different kind of imperfections that you want to polish out. And what polishing is doing is it's refining and removing a very fine layer of the clear coat. So the abrasives are breaking down to diminish just a very light layer of the paint. This way you have a mirror shine. And when you're using a polisher, whether it's a rotary or a dual action, you want to make sure that pad is completely flat. This way you're not creating any kind of marring or hologramming. And somebody recently asked what causes the halos or the holograms. And I'll tell you, that's basically caused by a high heat or a high friction in one area. So if you have a pad at an extreme angle and at a high speed, you're cutting in just like a very fine blade would do. So you're just basically taking off a layer of paint, but not evenly. So the way to prevent that is by using a pad that's completely flat, using the appropriate speed, and also obviously the right chemicals and pad combination. Once you've completed polishing, now you can move on to the coating step. A lot of guys choose to go with ceramic or carbon coatings because this is a great way to add a durable layer of protection that adds longevity to your paint. It resists scratches and swirls, repels UV rays, and also adds a candy gloss over the entire vehicle. But if you want a simpler option, you can always go with a glaze, a sealant, or a wax, which is going to, starting with the glaze, mask your minor imperfections. It's going to enhance gloss, and it also magnifies the metallic in your paint. And then you lock all that in with your sealant, which is a man-made material to add more gloss, but more importantly, it's adding more paint protection. And then you finish off with a wax to give it more shine, as well as a little bit more paint protection. And then the last step in any detailing process is the quick detail spray. Now this is a critical step that is commonly overlooked, but what that's doing is removing light dust, fingerprints, or anything else you could have missed while you were detailing, and it's going to give your car an overall better shine. This Hakosuka is a beautiful representation of Japanese motorsports. It's got a really iconic design that, even though it was built in 1971, still has a modern flair to it, with the inline 6-cylinder, 3 carburetors, and just a beautiful overall look. It's something that we want to enhance. That way we can get the best representation as it sits back in its collection. So again, guys, this is just a small breakdown of the Chemical Guys detailing flowchart. This is the way to make your car look its best for as long as it can.